Good morning and Assalamu alaikum 8th class. How are you students? Hope so you all are fine and taking the online classes. Student, open your book Science. This period is of science. We have started our chapter which is chapter number 2, Heredity in Organism. Let's start our today's topic with the name of Allah Almighty. Student, today's our topic of discussion is heredity and its importance. Today I will explain you about the heredity, that what is heredity, what is meant by heredity, and what is its importance. So first of all, the first point, I have written some important points for you. First of all, number first one is that what is heredity. So student, the heredity means the transfer of the character from parents to the children is known as heredity. So the characters which transfer from parents to the children and then to their next generation, this process is known as heredity. For example, father and mother of a child have brown hairs. The chances of brown hair in their offspring will be 100%. So student, if the father and mother have a brown hair, then the chances of brown hair in their children will be 100%. And if the father have a brown hair and mother have a black hair, then the chance of the brown hair and black hair in their children will be 50-50%. So this process of transfer of character from parents to the children is known as heredity. So students, heredity is the fundamental phenomena to all living beings, as it controls that what characters are or what characters it controls that what characters are passed on among the generation. So the process of heredity is responsible for variation between individuals, that the between the individual there are present some variation due to the process of heredity. Next point is, basically there are two roles of heredity. Number first one is that it helps in the transfer of similar genetic instructions from the for the character. For example, a parent have a brown hair, will then the children will also have a brown hair. So this is the transfer of similar genetic instruction. And another role of heredity is that transfer of different genetic instruction. For example, students, if the parent have a black or a brown hair, yeah, or black or brown eye, then the chance of their black and brown eye in their children will be 50-50. So this is the different genetic instruction. And if the parent have black eyed and another one have a brown eye, then the children will have a blue eyed. So this is the difference, this is the different genetic instruction, that the eye color will be different from the parents to the offspring. So it helps, it play important role in the transfer of similar genetic instruction, and it also play in an important role in the transfer of different genetic instructions. Student, dominant characters are repeatedly passed on to the family and from generation to the generation. So it is responsible for why children resemble or differ from their parents. So student, by taking your own example, you have many characters resemble to your father and many characters that resemble to your mother. So this is known as this process is heredity, that the transfer of character from mother to the children and from father to the children. So it is responsible for why children resemble or differ for their parents. You have many characters. For example, your eye may be resemble to your mother or your father. Your hair color may be resemble to your mother or your father. So this is heredity responsible, that why children resemble or differ from their parents. Next point is, it explains what traits are to be copied from the maternal family and what traits are to be shifted from the paternal family. Maternal family mean from mother side and paternal family mean from father side. So it also explains that what traits, what characters will be copied from mother side. For example, your many characters are resemble to your mother and many characters resemble to your father. So it determined that what traits are to be copied from maternal family and what characters or what traits are to be shifted from paternal family. Next point is it play role of similarity and difference among the generations. Student, with the help of heredity, there lies very similarity among the generations and also difference amongst the generation. Next topic is characteristic transfer from parents to the offspring. Now in this topic we will discuss that which characteristic will be transferred from parents to their offspring. Students, for any single characteristic of a plant or an animal that is transmitted from parents to the offspring is an inherited character. So there are numerous characters that can be transferred within the generation to the generation. As we have already read that the genes are the functional and the physical unit of heredity, so gene decides that what characters are to be transferred. So students, let's have a look on the Mendel's characteristic. Mendel's characteristic, Mendel's defined the for a pea plant. He defined for a pea plant, and because of this work he is known as father of genetics. Student, he worked on a pea plant and he determined he explained that 7 characters of the pea will be transferred from the one generation to the another generation. So the 7 characters that are, number first one is seed shape. Seed shape would be round or wrinkled. So the character that pass from the parents to the offspring is seed color. That what is the seed shape, that what would be the shape of the seed. So the shape of the seed would be round or wrinkled. Next one is seed color, that what would be the color of the seed. The color might be yellow or green. Next is flower color. What would be the color of the flower? So the color might be purple or the white. Next is pod color. Pod color may be yellow or green. Pod shape, inflated and the constricted. Next is flower position. Students, flower position might be axial or the terminal. Stem height might be tall or the dwarf. Dwarf mean short. So these 7 characteristics are explained by the Mendels that transfer from one pea plant to the another pea plant. Next is humans also possesses hereditary characters that are shifted from parents to their children. Student, human there are also some hereditary characters that passes from parents to the children. For example, hair texture. Your hair texture might come from your mother side or your father side. Similarly, hair color, skin color, your color of the skin, your height, shape of ear, eye color, shape of fingers, rolling of tongue, shape of lips and mouth, the shape of skeleton, blood group, mental disorders and many diseases. These all are the characteristic that that transfer in human from one generation to the next. So this is all about the heredity. Students, what is heredity? Heredity is the transference of the trait, transfer of the character from parents to the children. So this is all about your today's lecture. Students, you have to draw the Mendel's characteristic of pea plant in your copies as a classwork, and as a homework you have to learn all these important key points and also write it in your copies. Thank you, students.